Welcome back to Weight Warriors. I'm Mike. I'm a fat guy trying not to be fat anymore by making lifestyle changes and documenting it on YouTube. I just finished up week number 13 of this journey, and it went pretty good. But before I get into last week, again, I quickly want to touch on my goals, what I'm committed to this year, and I will give a little sneak peek into what's coming in a couple weeks. But I'm going to probably be changing things up a little bit. Just be warned. I am not going to do the plan original when I started 13 weeks ago was to do the same thing from January to January. Go through the entire 12 months doing 2,000 calories a day and 10,000 steps a day and then being held accountable with YouTube. Those were essentially the 3 steps. But I am planning at this point now to make some adjustments to that because I've learned more, which is to be expected when you go through really any sort of journey. When you, like I said, figure stuff out, you pick up things along the way that really I don't think I should just put my head in the sand and just say this is the way it's going to be and avoid what's the reality going around me, but really adapt, much like my metabolism does, adapt to changes and things. So overall, though, I am very pleased with how the last 13 weeks went. Not as much the last week. We'll get to that in just a moment. But again, what I'm committed to, which will be changing here shortly, but number one is getting my nutrition, my diet locked in. I've been counting my calories. My goal has been 2,000 calories per day, like I said before. Number 2 has been getting my fitness up, my mobility. I've been counting my steps. The goal is at least 10,000 steps. I've been killing that. You'll see here shortly. And the last one is accountability. Thank you for watching this. And if you want to continue to watch the journey and see what I'm learning, and especially I'll be putting out the content of the different things that I'm learning, which is quite a lot. It is a lot to this weight loss. It is pretty simple with eat less and move more, but there is some nuance to that and how long to eat less, how much to move more. There's some extra stuff to know there. But anyway, those are the 3 things, the 3 pillars to success, I think I previously called them, and they're still in effect. They're just going to be adjusted slightly to make sense, to make sure this is sustainable. This needs to be sustainable. It's very important. But first, let's take a look back at March. Specifically the last week in March. Started the month out at 265.4 pounds. I averaged 2,006 calories per day with my consumption, my nutrition. I averaged 11,150 steps a day. Pretty good. That is an improvement over the last month. I can pull that up here. But and then ended the weight at 259.4. So I lost exactly 6 pounds over this month. So, 4 weeks roughly, we're talking about 1.5 pounds a week, which now looking at our trend graph, look at that, about 1.5 pounds a week, which is right in the sweet spot of where we want to be, between like 1 to 2-ish pounds. So that's pretty good. However, now that I've established that I'm happy still, I can gripe a little bit and complain that if you notice Saturday, March 25th, I weighed in at 258.8. And I was like, man, I was feeling good. I was like, you'll see I dropped, between that and the 3 days prior, I had 3-4 pounds lost. I was like, oh, okay, it's happening. Trend is going well. Over this last week, it's been 259 really consistently. And that's why you see on this graph here how it's going down, 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 flat a little bit towards the end. And then looking at the first day of April, again, 259.2. So again, I'm not super upset about this, but I can definitely tell, as we noticed even the week before the last one, I wouldn't call it a plateau, but I would say I do feel like I am really, my body has, you could say, adapted to the lower number of calories. And so the options are either go even lower with the calories or refeed for a period of time to then go back into fat burning mode. But we'll more on that later. But as far as, like I said, steps go, I am quite pleased with, like I said, just the steps. I have last day that wasn't over 10,000 was back on the 18th. So I had a few this last month, but overall really been getting those walks in, which has been great. Calories, not as worried about it. Like I said, I had a couple high days, and because I would, if you've watched my calorie video and like the stages of counting calories, I would still say that I'm in stage 3, which is kind of I think I called it stage 3, but it's essentially I'm not counting every single calorie to the absolute perfect, critical mass of every single thing that I eat. I am counting everything that I eat, but I'm doing more of an estimate, like, for example, I know roughly how many calories are in a chicken wing. So then when I eat, 10 chicken wings, I'm like, okay, that's roughly, I think it was 700 calories or something like that. It's about 70 calories a wing. So it's like, is that the exact number? No, probably not. Could be a little higher, could be a little lower. Again, I would say I'm within a 20% degree of accuracy. But for the most part, like I said, I've really been fine in this level. But that's also why, just a quick note of how pretty much always I round to what I'm roughly at. But yeah, anyway, so that's how April's starting out, and so far so good. But like I said, be on the lookout for some changes. I am, I don't know, a little disappointed with biology in the way that reality actually works. But I think I'm going to try again. This channel is really about experimenting and making these lifestyle changes to improve my health, improve my weight. And so I think I'm going to try something here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next week.